Heya, cryptozens. Tonight's stories. Binance launches Bifinity. FTX expands to Europe. Hive blockchain to buy Bitcoin miners from Intel. Now, it's 10 p.m. Pacific time, and the date is March 7th, 2022. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm your host, Nick. The cover model for the podcast is Tex, and together we take a nightly look at the crypto, NFT, and metaverse space and the industry that surrounds it. We bring you news stories on familiar topics. And keep in mind, nothing in this show should ever be considered financial advice. If you're new here and you find that you're liking this show, subscribe and rate us. If you're on Spotify, you can rate us right from the app. Give Tex and I 5 stars. It'll help other people find their way to this podcast. Now, there's a lot to talk about today. Just last night we were talking about Russia and sanctions, and how likely is it that the oligarchs will be able to evade sanctions using crypto? I said I don't think it's too likely. I just don't see it. The liquidity isn't there. There's no real security, so they can't mask their purchases. They can't buy enough at any one point in time to avoid attention. Sam Bankman-Fried has weighed in. We'll be talking about him in an FTX story in a bit, but he believes that the sanctions have made it more difficult for them to access digital assets. He spoke a bit on the amount of digital asset activity that is happening in Ukraine, and he said there is a need for them to have a stable source of value. He also brought up concerns over the existing fiat system as part of that surge. When the topic turned to Russia, here's how he responded. Quote, I think Russia itself is almost a little bit of an exception to that because of the sanctions imposed that have made it difficult for people to access digital assets as well as anything else. But I think in surrounding areas, we have definitely seen an uptick in activity. And when asked about DeFi, he said, you can trace through what happened in DeFi systems and often, where this ends up getting to, where people are attempting to get their fiat currencies into digital assets ecosystem in the first place, or where they're looking to cash out. And that acts as a barrier between the cryptocurrency world and the traditional financial ecosystem. There's a ton of AML and KYC checks and anti-sanctions evasion activity happening around there. Needless to say, I agree. Now, before we get into tonight's stories, let's take a quick look at the markets. At the time of writing, the global crypto market cap is 1.72 trillion. That's down 0.41% since yesterday. The top 5 cryptos by market cap are Bitcoin down 0.33%, Ethereum down 0.87%, Tether, Binance coin down 3.81%, and USDC. The global NFT market cap is just above $10 billion. The top 5 NFT collections by 24-hour volume on OpenSea are Bored Apes up 610%, Cyberbrokers up 43%, CloneX up 110%, Mutant Apes up 99%, and Azuki up 72%. Keep in mind, some of these collections have very volatile prices, so do your own research. Binance launches Bifinity. The world's largest cryptocurrency exchange wants to be your fiat to crypto payment provider, if you're a business. So, Bifinity's plan is to become the business that other businesses turn to get crypto ready. They'll allow those businesses to transfer their funds directly through their new feature. Their release said, quote, under the terms of the strategic partnership, Bifinity will advance a US $36 million convertible loan to Equinox and will work together to maximize business synergies created by this new strategic relationship and capitalize on opportunities to cooperate and further expand their businesses. According to their official press release, Bifinity supports more than 50 digital assets and all other major payment methods. That includes both Visa and MasterCard. The claim is that the merchants will be able to use the, quote, simple, intuitive, and seamless API integration. Now that's to get those businesses ready for cryptocurrency payments. Bifinity promises low-cost payment processing fees and a top-tier KYC, Know Your Customer, onboarding process. Helen Kai is Bifinity's president. She said, quote, "As the crypto and Web3 economy continue to grow, we see greater demand to build improved fiat to crypto ramps to bridge the gap between traditional finance and the decentralized and centralized crypto economy. With the launch of Bifinity, we aim to accelerate mass crypto adoption." And they're not just now getting their feet wet, by the way. They've already partnered up with a few companies, including PaySafe. The intent is to use these connections to provide, quote, "deep regulatory know-how of fiat to crypto payments and an embedded finance solution that acts as a white label digital wallet." Now, they want to move into Latin America. They also have their eyes on Europe and the UK, and that last may prove to be an issue. The UK's Financial Conduct Authority, or FCA, has issued a warning to Binance markets. This was in response to the announcement of Bifinity and the investment firm Equinox forming a strategic partnership. Now, in a statement on Monday, the FCA reiterated their warning: Binance Markets Limited is limited in what crypto-related activities they are and are not allowed to perform without prior consent. Now, this is due to previous concerns about the company being incapable of, quote, "being effectively supervised." The claim was some of the products pose a significant risk to investors. You see, according to the FCA, this partnership needs to be looked at through the lens of money laundering regulations in the UK. And certain individuals and entities that are part of Binance Group may now be considered beneficial owners of Digivault. Now, Digivault is Diginex's UK subsidiary and the custody solution of Equinox. And the FCA said they, quote, "did not have the powers to assess the fitness and propriety of Binance Group's entities before the partnership." It has previously warned the public about its concerns with the firm. FTX expands to Europe. You know, it wasn't all that long ago that FTX acquired Liquid, a Japanese cryptocurrency exchange. That let them expand their operations into Japan. Gaining approval from the Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission, or CySEC, the spot trading and crypto derivatives exchange is moving into Europe. And this approval from CySEC sets a new standard for cryptocurrency exchanges in Europe. FTX is the world's third largest crypto exchange. Now, they've announced their European wing will be headquartered in Switzerland and offer FTX products in Europe. FTX Europe will be offering a variety of products, including crypto's derivative services. FTX Europe will be offering its leading products to their European clients via a licensed investment firm. So the regional headquarters will be in Cyprus. Cyprus is active throughout the European Economic Area. This is important because that means FTX will be offering their derivative products as well. Now, it wasn't that long that Binance had to shut down their crypto derivatives products in Europe. Sam Bankman-Fried, there's that guy again, he said the new venture will be, quote, "interacting with regulators and various countries across Europe to continue to provide a safe and secure environment for people to trade crypto." Patrick Gruen is head of FTX Europe, and he stated, "We're excited to bring FTX's innovative offerings to the European markets and that CySEC officially approved our domain. Europeans will now be able to use FTX's best-in-class trading platform to invest in a wide variety of cryptocurrencies derivatives through a regulated investment firm." And FTX is putting a lot on this. They said a smooth launch in Europe is going to be the key to expansion in the area, and they want to maintain professional interactions with the regulators across Europe. They want to build a secure system to trade crypto. FTX is currently valued at $32 billion. That said, they're looking to expand the scope of their services as well as expanding their geographical territory. They want to fund and build crypto systems, including GameFi. Now, if you remember, they're the ones that recently launched their Future Fund. That's a $2 billion venture capital fund to help support development for Web3 across social, gaming, fintech, and software and healthcare. Hive blockchain to buy Bitcoin miners from Intel. Landmark deal. That's what they're calling it. And the crypto mining firm Hive blockchain says this deal is about buying Intel's new ASIC mining rigs. ASIC stands for Application Specific Integrated Circuit. That means that this chipset is purposely built for one thing and one thing alone. You see, a lot of Bitcoin miners today use video cards to mine crypto. It's still the most efficient way of converting electricity into Bitcoin. Now, Intel is trying to change that. We've talked about this chipset recently, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. Just know that Intel claims that they're coming out with an amazingly efficient and powerful ASIC rigs just for mining Bitcoin. Now, as part of that official announcement, Hive revealed that they've reached an agreement with a third party, and that third party is going to be the one to integrate Intel's blockchain accelerators into their air-cooled Bitcoin mining system. Under this agreement, Hive will be working closely with both Intel and this third party to get their expertise in the implementation. So Hive is supposed to get their miners started in the last half of this year. Delivery for the entire order is expected to take the whole year. Aidan Silic is the president and COO of Hive. He said the team was excited to take this next step, especially after months of careful planning. He said, quote, Hive is committed to implementing these next generation blockchain accelerators in its green energy infrastructure. This Intel supply agreement, coupled with the ODM manufacturing agreement, creates a pathway from chip production to an ASIC miner that sets us apart from our competitors. Now, Hive's vision? Be a technology leader in the crypto mining space. They want to push the envelope in research and development initiatives and pair with hash rate analytics so that they can optimize their operations efficiency and maximize return on invested capital. Now, as a part of their deal, they revealed a non-binding letter of intent with Compute North. They intend to use a 100 megawatt deployment at one of Compute North's renewable energy sites in Texas. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I really do appreciate it. So let me ask you, do you think Intel's ASIC mining rig is going to take over the space? Hive blockchain, that's their whole purpose in life, is to produce Bitcoin. They wouldn't be buying them if they didn't think that they were good. And I know a lot of gamers would be very happy to have less competition for video cards. A lot of environmentalists, they'd be happy to see increased efficiency applied across the board. Or is Bitcoin mining still too expensive for home miners to really consider doing? Reach out and let us know. Send us an email at crypto.overnighter@gmail.com. That's crypto.overnighter@gmail.com. And give Crypto in 5 Minutes a lesson. We're up to 31 educational podcasts and counting. 5 minutes to explain one concept in crypto. And forever, may peace reign.